Hi, my name is Thea, and I own Rosie's Vintage in Huntington Village. We are a multi-dealer vintage antique store, and we're like 2 blocks south of Main Street in a little blue house. And you can find us on social media as well. Rosie's Vintage Store on Facebook, Instagram, and .com is our website. It was actually Wednesday, March 18th. I ran out to get paper towels and toilet paper for the store, and I saw what was happening in the stores. And I came to the store and I noticed we hadn't had much traffic in about 3 days. And I realized, I'm like, okay, with all the news happening, we really need to focus on showing people what's in our store. So if they're not coming to us, I said, I have to get it straight to them. So immediately I went to social media and I asked everyone, hey guys, we're going to do some virtual sales. What do you want? What do you want to see? And that's when it all started. I had about 80 comments on one post. We want Pyrex, we want planters, we want linens. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm running around the store and I would do individual sales. And it was basically that. It realized that nobody's coming here. We need to show people what we have, otherwise we're not a store anymore. So we took our brick and mortar and said, okay, we have online presence, but we need to use it even more now. The response to the virtual sale was fantastic. Everybody was home. Everybody was on social media. Everyone was buying online, whether it was their food products, their toilet paper, or something to decorate their house that they just fully cleaned for the 3rd time. So they loved it. And I would run a sale for 1 week. I would do 3 sales a day or something like, I can't remember. It was a blur. And I would do 3 sales a day. And then once I got everything shipped out, invoiced and everything, everyone's like, when's the next sale? What's the next sale? I'm like, okay, let me recoup and then start again. So we got new followers. We got such kudos. We actually had a lot of other stores say, can we do that too? I'm like, oh my God, absolutely, please. This is what's keeping us going. Absolutely use it. I didn't start it. I saw it, people do it years ago on Instagram. I always wanted to do virtual sales. I just had no time to do it. And I'm like, well, no one's coming in. I got the time to do it now. So it was fantastic. And everyone had so much fun. I had one person say, oh, I canceled the Zoom meeting because I wanted your 6 o'clock sale. I had to, see my 6 o'clock sale. I was just like, that's fantastic. So.
Do you feel like the community, like here locally, has almost like come together more than ever because of this?
Absolutely. Long Island alone was fantastic. Not only the other stores promoting each other and our customers promoting us and all the other stores, the customers would go out of their way to, I wish I had them, leave us little messages and little notes, or if they came to pick up an item, they would put it in a little note and say, stay strong, we're here for you. Goosebumps. Me too. It was so beautiful and made all of that work and tireless effort more than worth it, because we were making them happy and we were in return feeling such love and happiness for what we do. It just made it so much easier to do, and we wanted to help others just as much as they were helping us. So absolutely.
I know you have an online presence, but do you think you'll be doing a higher level of online sales after the doors have opened here again and all that?
We do, like I said, we have about 35 dealers in our store, and each one of them, for the most part, have their own stores online, Etsy, eBay, or whatever. Yes, there's one thing I'm going to be doing that
cool.
But it will be an online sale that my dealers can have access to and less my influence, and have them be able to sell strongly of what they need without, waiting on me. Like I said, I always wanted to do online sales. I wanted to do the Instagram sales especially. I just never had the time to. And obviously, everyone loved it. I was shipping all over the country, especially to California, which was fantastic. Everyone's like, we don't have this out here. I'm like, let's give it to you.
Here you go.
So I am all for it. After we did a modified hours for June to see the reaction and the traffic and how people interacted, and we didn't want to do a full opening. We felt a little more comfortable easing into it. So now in July we'll have a full opening and we'll be a little more established. I will be trying to put my effort towards doing more virtual sales without losing, sleep and myself.
Of course.
But no, people are still asking about it. So, and I think it was just way too much fun not to do. And it's fantastic, besides that, for advertising who we are to people that don't know us yet, because it's more exposure. It's, you keep posting, you get higher and higher on the exposure of Instagram and Facebook, and people start sharing you. Did you see this? Did you see that? So any extra effort to, posting or utilizing social media is a plus. So doing sales is a guarantee, I would say. What I usually do is all my posts for the store outside of the virtual sales, just in general, I post on Instagram, share it to Facebook. The idea for the virtual sales came from years and years ago when the algorithms were different in Instagram. A lot of individuals who were antique sellers would do auctions,
Mm-hmm.
and they were able to set it up in a certain way that people can see everything. But now it's completely different. But Instagram is still strongly. It seems better prepared for such a virtual sale. Facebook, not so much. It's more of a less. Instagram is more visual, and Facebook is more stories and sharing and things like that. So definitely the sales were very strong on Instagram. And then after going through all of those and checking them all off, I would go, oh, Facebook, and I got to check, and I have like one or two or something like that.
Okay.
So Instagram was definitely, but I did not want to deny anyone who was on Facebook a chance for the sales. I started my business 4 years ago, and I prepared for everything. Lightning hitting the house, something breaking, whatever. Did not prepare for this at all. Not at all. So you stop and you think, okay, this is the unknown. This is something that nobody knows is going to happen. There's too many variables. It's complete darkness. So you take it day by day. You say, okay, how do I make money? This is how I make money. How do I do this? And you sit by yourself calmly and say, okay, you know what? Let's try this. If it doesn't work, try another thing. Because again, there's no rules to this. There's no rule book you can read. But you know your own business. You know what you need to do, so you adapt. And what I did was, like I said, I stopped, said, okay, people aren't coming in, got to bring this stuff to them. So I did what I had to do. I pushed it too hard in the beginning, definitely so. Everyone's, saying, oh, the corona weight is going on, and I'm like, I'm losing weight. I'm losing sleep. I'm like, this is not happening to me. So what I did was, I said, okay, if somebody on Monday buys something, but they might actually like a sale of something they saw or I'm going to be posting on Thursday, I'm going to wait until the end of the week so that it will entice people to buy more throughout the week. I tell them, they're like, oh, can we send you money? No, you know what? I'm going to have a couple more sales this week. I'll send you an invoice at the end if you want to add to it. That was definitely, everyone was like, Pyrex, okay, got it, but I'm waiting for the linen sale. Okay, fine. And, so I would do a teaser of sales. I learned that, I think, by the second sale. I'm like, let me tease people and let them say, okay, there's more coming. Each week of sales that I did, and I did take a break in between. I had to. Physically, I had to. Mentally, I had to. So I did one full week of sales, and then the next time I said, well, I'm going to do this a little different, this a little different. And that's, everything was good, but I needed to adjust it in order to make it a little more efficient or a little more visible or whatever. I would say this is the age where change happens fast. So fast. Back in the 50s, I know. Back in the 50s, it was a TV, and you watched TV, or you played outside. And you had a camera. That was it. Where now, every single day, new technology happens. Something gets faster. Something, even like learning social media, every month they change it, and you have to keep learning. So it's the same thing with your business. You have to keep adapting. You have to keep learning. And make mistakes. Do it. Just don't keep doing it. Just change it. Adapt and remember your mistakes and use them to better you and your company. One thing I feel very strongly about, that anybody who knows me or follows my store and all of us, I am all for supporting everybody in your community. All small businesses, whether they're the same industry or not. Your community is comprised of you and others. And if one is hurting, that hurts all of us. So I'm going to say, when advertising yourself, and back in the 50s, I'm going to say it again, back in the 50s, you had to have a budget, a big budget for advertising. Now, social media is advertising. I don't necessarily have to print out postcards and business cards. You have social media, and it's free. It's just your time to learn it and post, but it's free. Use it. And when you do use it and you promote your business, saying we have the best doorstops in Long Island is too easy. You know what? Instead, have the best doorstops in Long Island. Let your product or your service or your customer service speak for itself instead of saying that. Because also by saying that, it doesn't look good for other companies, and that's not fair. You have to work to make your company strong and stand out. And let your customers say that you're the best, and show that you care by supporting not only your customers, your community, other local businesses, whether or not, again, they are part of your industry.